Hello.
I'm sorry, brother.
Sure, no problem.
Sorry, brother. Yeah, people will join. Yeah, welcome back. So I guess I should continue. People are coming in already.
Okay.
Maybe 1 minute.
So can I continue right now, or should we wait a little?
Maybe 1 minute.
Okay.
Sorry, I saw the energy you were coming with.
It's no problem.
Okay. Yeah. I'll suggest you continue, please.
I can continue right now.
Yes, boss, you can.
Okay, great. So I don't remember where I was cut off, but anyway, I think I'll pick up from a point I also wanted to make. So no matter what you're doing, at any point you are doing it, like one of the most important lessons I learned in my journey is that people are going to judge you.
Sure.
No matter what, people are going to judge you. And the reason why people judge you is because they don't understand why you're doing things differently. Yeah, people judge what they don't understand. It's normal human behavior and how the human mind works. When you see a pen with a green stem, then it has a black color, a black cap. Your mind is going to try to tell you this is not supposed to be like this. Like it should have a green cover. Like for example, yeah. So I'm going to use this for example. So this is a black cover and this is a green stock. So that's where you have to know that the human mind is going to tell you this is not supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be like this. But that's the problem with society. The society allows their mind to think in the same way when it comes to people that want to do things differently. The mind blocks us from understanding that we need different and new ideas to change the world. So people, especially people that are very close to you, your family and loved ones, they are also scared of you trying to do things differently. So they put their insecurities on top of your mind and trying to discourage you so that you don't make mistakes that you would regret. But the main point is, if you want to be successful in life, you have to be different. You have to push the limits. For example, let's look at yeah, exactly. Let's look at someone like Mark Zuckerberg. He literally quit from Harvard to start Facebook. Right now, he's one of the richest men in the world, and no one remembers that he dropped out of school. People just tell the story to inspire other people. So for me, I think no matter what people say about you, people are going to always judge you no matter what you do. A very important part of my story is, for example, let me give you an example. When it comes to networking, you need people that will connect you to people. For example, let's say Joshua, for example, when I started in 2019, I met Joshua online. We applied for an opportunity. Joshua connected me to most of his friends that helped me out with some other works and projects I did that enabled me to achieve some of the things I've achieved right now. So when you meet people that are like you, keep them around you, keep them in your circle, people that would inspire you and motivate you as well. And also make sure you, no matter what you do and no matter how bad you succeed, how good you succeed, give back to the society. It's always important. Like me right now, I run a non-profit project whereby I travel to rural areas and teach kids to inspire them to become innovators. If I had someone that would inspire me when I was a kid, I believe by now I would have been like sky high. But maybe my life happened the way it happened, so that I'll be able to learn the importance of inspiring other people. So right now, I travel to different places to inspire people, and it's really important that you remain yourself while chasing a dream. Don't let your dream um, kill you in the process. Like people will always say, don't let your dream make you lose yourself. You have so many people that will become rich and successful and they forget their roots. Always remember where you came from. It's very, very important. Remember where you came from and remember to give back from where you came from. Like right now, I'm planning on when I finish my studies, I'm going back to Nigeria to start a company that would inspire so many people and help people as well to become great innovators and change makers. The problem with our country, Nigeria, is that we have so many people that want to be great and successful, but they don't know how to start. That's the point. I have so many young people on my Facebook, and they'll be like, "Hey, Stanley, I want to be like you. I want to work on innovative projects." And they ask me, "How do I start?" And when you tell them you have to have sleepless nights, you have to sacrifice your provision money, you have to go extra mile, they just ghost. They don't ask you any other question. Yeah, and that's the problem. People want to be successful, but they are not ready to pay the price to be successful. To be successful, you have to pay series of prices. But in my case, I why I'm seeing different is because I want to be successful not just for being successful. I want to be successful so I can change people's life. So basically, if you ask me in 2017, Stanley, what do you think you'd achieve in 2020? I would literally tell you, I don't know, but I want to be successful by 2020. And if you go back to 2017 and tell myself in 2017, Stanley, you'll be part of the Google Creative Campus Fellow 2020, I'll be like, I don't blow. But the funny point is now, if I tell myself I'm part of the Google Creative Campus of 2020, it's normal to me.
Yeah.
It's normal to me right now because at this point I have achieved it and I'm setting my goals for the future. Like what else am I going to achieve? Like there's this popular quote, there's this guy that won an Oscar, I forgot his name. He's an actor. He said his hero is himself in 10 years. So when you ask him who is going to be your hero, he says my hero is myself in 10 years. And when he gets to that 10 years, let's say he's 20, when he gets to 30, his hero is himself at 40. So you just have to keep on being your own hero. And another point I want to make is when you allow your environment to stop you from achieving your goals, it's you being telling yourself lies to kind of put yourself in this comfort zone. Like for example, when you say um, Nigerian government is really bad and they're not providing money, it's a lie. I meet some of my Moroccan friends here and that are entrepreneurs. They'll tell me, dude, I want to start a business in Nigeria. I'm like, why would you want to start a business in Nigeria? Like, why? He'll tell you that Nigeria has a lot of problems to be solved. You get the point. Nigeria has a lot of problems. And in business, there are two ways you can start a business. Either you're solving a problem or you're creating a need. These are basically the two ways you can become a businessman. Either you're solving a problem or you're creating a need. So for example, let me give you something example. Okay, for example, to play video game, you need this part. And this right now is me creating a need. No one needs to play video game. Video game is not essential for the basic human being survival. But right now, let me give you an example. The lights that we are using, the camera that we're using, the medium we are using to communicate, we are solving the problem of distance and communication. So the person that invented the cell phone was creating the cell phone to solve a problem, not to create a need. Now you're getting my point. So in business, you either solve a problem or you create a need, something that people will just find fancy, like hair cream and stuff. There are some things that are really essential to the human being, human survival. So for me, my journey as a young African change maker is just starting. Yeah, it's just starting, and I believe in the in the next 10 years, I would be, I don't know where I'll be, but I'll be my hero in the next 10 years as well. And I'll keep on chasing that, my hero in the next 10 years. Thank you so much.
Wow.
So if you
Wow.
have any questions, you can basically ask me. I'm here.
Well, thank you so much, Stan. That's so impressive. And, you know, why this program comes up is an idea that I felt, okay, we all have a story to tell. Okay? It's not possible for me to call you and say, Stanley, could you tell me your story? And it's where I call somebody and I feel like, okay, why not we bring you here? Everybody here, if you have a story to tell, you just tell it to all of us. We listen to it and learn from it. You've inspired me today. I have learned that there's no pain. I mean, there's no gain without pain. Sure, 100%. So I will leave the floor open. If you have a question for Stanley, please ask him now. The time is now. Unmute yourself and ask him any question at all. He is willing. Am I right? Stanley, am I right? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you're right.
Could you fire, please just unmute yourself and speak.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask about the role of listening to people like you talk and inspire us with your story. If people like us want mentorship from you, how do we get mentorship from you, sir? So you can mentor us to be who we desire to be.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. I haven't thought about starting a mentorship program, but if I would start a mentorship program, definitely it's a great idea. But yeah, sure. I don't know. I don't know about that. But if I would start a mentorship program, yes, I could mentor you. I mentor some people privately. Like people message me, hey, I want to start something. I say, okay, sure. But the journey is you have to be part of the journey with me. Like you literally have to follow the instructions. You have to go through the research and stuff. Yeah, sure. But in the future, I'm looking at coming back to Nigeria and hosting events or hosting so many other. But you have other programs in Nigeria that mentor people, and also I could link you up to the connection as well, to the network as well. You can message me after that, or you can ask the caller to connect us, and I can give you links to some of the mentorship programs that also really inspire me as well. But apart from that, in the future, I'm looking at starting mentorship programs in Nigeria. Yeah.
Second question.
Okay.
How are you able to blend with distractions? We know that there are distractions. Women are there. You know, how are you able to cope with the social distractions? You know what I mean by the social distraction?
Yeah.
You know, seeing a fine boy that has a good dream that pursues.
Okay. So
is in diaspora. You know, how were you able to cope with those social advice? These are one of those things I want you to mentor me on.
Okay, so basically, I'm just going to give you a little bit of brief. When you're chasing a dream and you put in sweat and blood, believe me, women are distraction at a point. But when you have the right one, it's not a distraction. She's not a distraction. For me, I'm still single. I have friends. I go out to parties. I meet friends. I'm a human being, of course. I have to go out, free myself, travel, and go to places. Yeah, I do drink, but I'm not a drunkard or an alcoholic. At some point, you have to free yourself. If not, you drive yourself to insanity. Productivity, you can become a workaholic. You know, at a certain point, when you become a workaholic, it affects you mentally. It's the same thing as being a drug addict or being an alcoholic as well. Being a workaholic affects you mentally. You neglect the social part of your life. So for me, I'm still fighting that battle of balancing my work life and social life. It's a battle that I'm still fighting till now. Like literally still fighting till now. For me, it's different. I focus more on my work than my social life. I have the friends I have are online, like very few friends, and those friends are the ones that are in the same line of what I do. So the other friends that I find them as distraction, I tend to kind of push them away at some point. And when it comes to women, you just have to focus. And yeah, keep in mind what you want to do and know that people you already set that goal of what you want to achieve. Women can't pull you down if you let yourself be like if you let yourself to be put down by them. So it's up to your mindset, how you set your mind. I think, yeah. But for me, it's still a war I'm still fighting though. When it comes to women though, yeah, it's still a war. But hopefully by God's grace, we are going to win. But I'm still succeeding and still keep on moving. So it's no problem though. Yeah. But you just have to set your mind. You pray, you beg God, and you believe in yourself. That's all. But it's a war trying to balance your social life and your work life. Very hard. It's very hard. Yeah.
So
But
talk of
you can
women.
do it.
Talk of women. You are now saying that women could either make or manage you, right?
Yeah, they could either break you down or take you up. It's two different ways. Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. But
Any other question?
I want to add something to that. For example, when I meet women, most women that I am attracted to are women that are older than me. Why? Because they have the mindset set already what they want to achieve in life, and they focus on that. But the younger girls, the ones that are my age or below me, they are still trying to figure out what they are trying to do. It's very hard to find out a girl that wants to that is currently at our age that knows what she wants to do. So that also keeps me engaged. I can't date a woman that's older than me, so I have to respect myself and wait till those girls that are my generation and my age that I can literally date till they get up to that mindset that they understand life. So that also helps me to control myself and keep my mind set to the goal. Yeah.
Thank you, my mentor. Thank you.
Welcome.
Any other person, please? You can just unmute yourself and ask Stanley any question, please. Yeah, I see Joshua there. Just click it.
Okay, Stanley, this is David.
Hi, David.
Yeah, listening to you inspires me a lot. I'm excited to see, young people like you who are, who still got focus and they know exactly what they want. It excites me that we're not alone in this change making journey. It excites me to know that there is still hope, for Africa. There's still hope for Nigeria, as a country when we have young man like you thinking this way and not strategically planning how to swindle one Oyibo woman in Italy or in US or to collect benefit money. It's really, really, really inspiring listening to you. I want to say thank you for sharing your story. And of course, science and technology was one thing. I sucked at and I still suck at it. And I still suck at it. I'm telling you, I can't put two batteries together to save a life. Trust me. So when I see innovators, I'm excited. I love it. And I really want to say thank you for sharing your story. If there's any question I'm going to ask you, apart from appreciating you, and of course, having gone through early enough boot camp, oh, come on. I want to say, Leila, you did a good job by identifying this amazing talent, in case you're still here online. Leila was the one.
Hi, David. Hi, everyone. Thank you, David.
Hey, Leila.
Hi,
Yeah,
Stanley. Hi,
I'm doing very well. Thank you, boss.
Thank you, guys.
Leila did a fantastic job at identifying me, as a talent, for early enough boot camp. And I'm excited I made it to early enough boot camp and I was able to show some energy, and of course now see Stanley also doing, amazingly well. I think it makes total sense. So Stanley, and if there's any question I'm going to ask you, I would like to know, what kind of books do you read? I really want to know.
Okay. So weirdly, I'm going to say this. I'm not a reader. I don't read books. Yeah, it's weird, but I don't read books. I'm more of a visual and audio learner, so I watch videos online. Basically, that helps me to multitask at the same time. But reading books, the only book I have ever read in my life is John Maxwell, Talent is Never Enough. That's the only book I bought with my money, like 2,000 naira, and read it from beginning to end. Apart from that, there is no other book I've ever read. But I watch videos, motivational videos, TED Talks, podcasts from great successful men. So that helps me develop my mind. One of the reasons I find myself not to be a reader is because I believe in creating a world where my ideas flourish. So I tend to kind of avoid flooding my mind with information from other people. I believe in the mind is so amazing that it can tap into another dimension and get information. That's what makes a musician be a musician, an artist be an artist, a unique artist. For example, let's take Burna Boy. Burna Boy is one of the greatest musicians that Nigeria has ever seen. And the reason is because he believes in his own art. He tries to be unique as possible and doesn't try to copy other musicians. Yeah. So the funny part is when I tell people the great men that inspire me, you would think I'm inspired by Nicholas Tesla or Albert Einstein. Yeah, they do inspire me when it comes to science and technology, but people that really inspire me are musicians, artists, because I also have a flair for being, I'm good in science and technology, but I want to be a storyteller, a story writer, a filmmaker. I'm actually an award-winning film storyteller by Johnson & Johnson. So these parts of my life is literally where I have my personality conflict, trying to be a scientist, innovator, and be a storyteller, filmmaker. It's like art and science battling in my mind. And that's why I think I got the name Artec Hobbs when I was a kid, when I was still a very young teen. So art and tech needs each other to survive. So even in me, science and technology is what remains. And I hope in the future to start an industry in Nigeria that actually combines art and science together to flourish in the creative industry. Yeah. So I'm not a reader. I'm a creative person, so I try to avoid reading books much. Yeah.
Wow, fantastic.
Yeah.
Then I'll call you a genius then. I'll call you a genius then.
No.
But I think you should, about storytelling. I think you may want to. I think you should connect with Stephen Oguntoyinbo. Yeah, Stephen Oguntoyinbo is doing fantastically well at the international corridor on storytelling, especially telling the African story. He's doing fantastically well. He's on the group, of course. He's in the chat room. I'll find a way to connect you to. He's currently in the United States, heading the African content department of an international television station, media house rather, in the United States. So I think you guys will be able to do a lot of work together. He's been able to put together a lot of storytelling boot camps, both in Nigeria, and we were even supposed to be in Morocco. Sabel was supposed to host us sometimes last year, but of course, one thing led to one thing, and we could not actually come to Morocco, anymore. I think you're going to do well if you talk to Stephen Oguntoyinbo, so that we can know how to take it.
Well, I'd like to, Stanley, I'd like to say that listening to you was very thrilling, and we'd like to also have you as one of our faculty. We're looking at we have a faculty that consists of 15 top leaders across the world for our next international storytelling boot camp. And it's going to be next 2 months. And in the next 2 months, so we'd like to have you as one of our faculty heads. So, dear Kola will get back to me, and
Sure.
we'll give you an official letter to that regards to have you as a faculty coach for the next international boot camp.
That would be amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's really amazing.
It's a deal already.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Any other question, please?
Yeah. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Any other person? Any other question? We see here. We still have more time.
Please, it's kind of, this guy, he's very, 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 he really inspires me, and I don't know where he's running to. Joshua, come back here.
Joshua, yeah, he was
He's way younger than I am, and what he has been doing, what he has been doing as a very young Nigerian is really amazing. That also inspired. He's actually one of the people that pushed me to work hard on myself in 2019. Seriously. So Oga Joshua is actually, we are like cat and dogs, but we go along. So Joshua, please, can you just introduce yourself? I would really appreciate that.
Something.
Yeah. We can hear you.
For some reason, my mic tends to fail me when I need it. Man. I don't know what's wrong with my mic, but it's not working.
But we can hear
Are
you now.
you kidding me? My mic just went back.
We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome.
Right now.
Okay.
Awesome.
Oh, awesome. Okay. My mic usually goes bad whenever I'm on Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So first things first, I am not that much younger than Stanley. Actually, I'm just like, I don't know, months younger. So I think that's just hype. I think I really want to appreciate Stanley for this amazing session. There are a number of things I would correct on his speaking etiquette because I literally always call him out on that, but he's really good. And I have been so fortunate to have him on my team, in my organization, and to sort of have seen him grow since 2019 when we met. Now, about myself, I am, Stanley would say, really just an extraordinary teenager who happened to take a personal issue and make it into like a global movement. So my name is Joshua Gabriel Oluwasei. I run a nonprofit organization called Learn Blue, which is a global nonprofit that is led by Generation Z teenagers across 6 countries, creating conversations around climate change, advocating for equality, protecting life below water, and quality education. And Stanley is part of my team as one of the leads for innovation. What else is there about me, really? Okay, yeah, I think I happen to be, fortunately, a global team leader, which is amongst this 34 elite group of teenagers around the world, across 18 countries, who are leading amazing movements, recognized by the We Are Family Foundation by Nile Rogers. Yeah, that's it. And Stanley is sort of my boss, but somehow, I'm still his boss. I don't know how, but yeah, it's great to be here.
I think I like that. Thank you so much, Joshua Oluwasei. Good to have you here too. I'm sure very soon we're going to call you up here. We're going to be on the same seat as Stanley today. Would that be nice?
Well, it would be great to talk to people. However, I think one thing Stanley knows is I honestly have like a very, very stupid, depending on when you need me, of course, but a very stupid schedule whereby I'm literally on call like morning to evening most times, and I easily fall ill. So yes, I would love to do it. Depending on the timing, I would love to speak to these amazing people. Yeah, sure.
That would be awesome. We'll discuss that. Awesome. Thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate that.
If you can drop details about your Joshua, if you can drop details, maybe your website, about what's it called, about your organization, next, maybe in the chat room. I like it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Thank you so much. Any other question, please? Who's here? What's the question? right. And okay, Leila
Can I
is
ask a
here.
question? Yes.
Yes.
Hi, Decolade. Hi, David. Hi, Stanley. I'm very happy to have you all here. And just to say that you are the only three young people that I know from Nigeria. And just by the three of you, I really see Nigeria in a so big image. Stanley, thank you so much for sharing your story today, and also for sharing that energy that you have. I have one question, because from all the things that I see you are doing, you are a story changer, and I am sure that in some years we will see big things going for your country and also here in Morocco, hopefully for young people to help them. If I may ask you, if there is one story that you want really to change, what will be that story? It can be not real story, but something similar, something that you lived maybe, and that is your objective to change it.
Okay,
Thank you.
so if I was given like the magic wand to change one thing, I would literally for people in Rock Kid. One of the very first projects I did was I used my mom's makeup brush, like sort of a makeup cup, and made my first. So my areas with the access to cheap and affordable, reliable also source of energy. So that's been my dream, and that's what I'm working on Spark Nui. And thanks to Alino, I was able to meet my teammates. Actually, right now I'm working with my teammates on developing that project for. Basically, we are trying to provide people living in rural areas in Morocco with access to reliable source of energy. It's been really amazing. So yeah, that's the one story I want to change in Africa. Let everyone have access
Awesome.
to energy. It's really sad that in the world you have 1.2 billion people without access to energy, and in Africa alone you have 600 and some plus million people that do not have access. So like in the whole world we have half plus the people that do not have access to electricity, which is very sad. And if we look at it, so it spoils, like it causes so many other after effects and negative spillovers that affect people's life in different ways. We're talking about education, productivity, agriculture. You require energy to be successful in those other parts. So I think it's really important that you should we should currently focus on that field as well, not only in education but in energy, because no matter how hard you try to provide students living in rural areas with education, they can still go home without having access to energy to study at night. So it brings you back to ground zero. So that's one thing I want to change in Africa.
Wow, amazing! I will really be following amazing Stanley. Really.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I want to say thank you so much to you, Stanley, for your time today and everybody that has been part of this. I do not have any other thing to give you than to say thank you so much. We appreciate you today. We do this every Sunday. Please, if you have the time, next week Sunday, do join us again. We'll be here to tell you another awesome story that would inspire you. You can invite your friends and family too. Okay? Thank you guys for coming. If that will be all, I'll just play you some music while you go to bed. You can go to bed now. It's after 10
Thank
p.m.
you so much.
here in
Thank you
Nigeria.
guys for being available,
Thank
and
you. Thank you so much.
bye-bye.
And Joshua, I will connect with you outside of here. I see one of my boys on your team. It would be really nice.
Yeah,
Definitely
yeah,
one of our boys.
definitely.
Stanley,
Andrew,
one of our
Andrew is
boys.
really amazing. Andrew literally interprets the Lem Blue brand so well. Because I'm a brand manager. I'm part-time. I've worked with a number of companies, and I just like envision this brand we want to create for an organization that talks to teenagers. And other Andrew just insanely designs the most. It's just awesome, really. That's such a coincidence, really, David.
Yes, it is.
It is small world, man. Small world. Small World is one of the, I mean, one of the fantastic guys I have at Equip Africa. Very, very fantastic guy. You know, young and strong and very determined and focused. You
And
know,
humble,
super.
really, really humble.
Yeah, very, very. Of course. I'm sure he's going to be surprised when I post you. I'll definitely do it to post you on my status now. I'm sure he's going to scream like, "Where do you know him from?" Because
that's part of networking.
Yeah, yeah. It's a small world. I mean, I'm so excited that the future is quite bright for Africa because we are creating a network, you know, of young people, and driving their passion in the right direction towards change. You know, nothing excites me more than that. When I see Generation Z, you know, I'm a millennial, but when I see post-millennials and young people really doing some amazing stuff, I mean, and connecting each other from different part of the world, man, nothing beats that. You know, that's a sound of hope, you know, for the future, for Nigeria, for Africa at large. So I'm excited. You know, the future is bright for us all and the generations to come. So thank you, dear Kolade, for creating this network. I mean, really, really amazing. Really, really amazing.
Thank you, Papa. It is, yes, I know.
Oh, yeah. On the spot.
Yeah. This is awesome. Yeah.
We're having a rebrand soon anyway. We're rebuilding the website, but okay.
Okay. That'll be awesome.
Thank you, Joshua. It's great to
that was one of my co-founders from the US in January.
Joshua, right?
Yeah.
Joshua, okay. Maybe I'll submit my application for mentorship. So,
hey guys, I'm 18 years old and I'm one of the co-founders of a little bit about myself.
Mentor me, please.
I'm originally Armenian, but I've lived my entire life. I spent 5 years in
I think we're like excited to increase our
Bangkok and
literally always.
here.
But however, we have a very weird and perhaps strict requirement where, because we have this brand that's always screaming Generation Z, you have to sort of be born from 1996 to these days if you want to apply. So like there's that restriction, and I hope that doesn't sound.
I just changed my age too. I was born 1998.
Of course, I just changed my also.
I was born 1998. I'm applied. Trust me.
My undergraduate management.
Please scroll down.
Generation and create an effective solution.
And to help. Hello?
Some of the global issues include climate change,
sustainable development, and quality education worldwide.
To create this global network, I can't hear individuals.
That power of Generation Z in movements are
we truly believe that effective change can only come when we have a global perspective on an issue. If you are a Gen Z individual who is interested in any of this,
log on to www.org/volunteer.
When you're ready, you can go take it up.
Have you on board and
I love you guys. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Proud of having you. Yeah. I'm joining. Should I click right now? Okay.
Great stuff.
Good guys doing awesome stuff here. We get great heads for
Yeah, how far?
Hello, Stanley. Can you hear me, Stanley?
Yes, I can hear you.
Jekola, would you share his contact with me? And
yes, I'll do that.
Let me see if we can. Let me see if I can get you on Crans. I know Crans Montana just sent me an email yesterday for the new set of fellows, for the fellowship of Crans Montana Fellowship. So I'll tell you what the requirements are for this year, for next year, for this year, next year, for Crans